Yeah. You know what? Hell yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Hi, welcome to Chick-fil-A. Can I take your order?
Yeah, can I please get a spicy chicken sandwich with pepper jack cheese?
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Wait a minute. Aren't you James Charles?
I used to be, yeah. Do you want any sauce with your order?
Yeah. You know what? Hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
Happy Rockmas, folks! TikTok, the app that stealthily invaded our phones in 2016 and had us scrolling like zombies by 2018. We fast forward to 2022 and TikTok hit over 3 billion downloads and 1 billion monthly active users. Not bad for a platform where dances and dog videos rule the world. But come January 19th, 2025, that user count might plummet to a jaw-dropping zero faster than you can say algorithm. Today, we're diving into the potential TikTok ban in the United States, what triggered this digital earthquake, and of course, how influencers, creators, and users are bracing for impact. Will they finally figure out how to post content before 5 p.m.? Will hustle culture take over? Stay tuned. But before we get lost in this rabbit hole, hello, I'm Rocky, your nail art obsessed friend who absolutely will send you reels at 2 a.m. On this channel, we live for nail trends, product reviews, and turning your Pinterest nail dreams into reality. And every so often, we take a side quest into current events, like today's TikTok drama. We usually upload once a week, but this month is a little different. It's the 12 Days of Rockmas, like a mini advent calendar, but with fewer chocolates and way more content. Whether it's video essays or nail art inspiration, we have got you covered this holiday. So that way your nails will be flawless and you'll be ready to drop Gen Z slang at the dinner table this year. All right. Let's jump into this. Once upon a time, in a far-off land of 2013, there was a magical app called Vine. It gave us 6-second looping videos, and creators like King Bach, the controversial Paul brothers, and comedy genius Danny Gonzalez thrived. Vine proved that you could deliver comedy, drama, and chaos in just a few seconds. But when Vine was shut down in 2017, it left a void that TikTok was more than happy to fill. Launched in 2016, TikTok quickly became the place for dance trends, cooking hacks, and questionable life advice. While we were all busy perfecting our lip syncs and late night scrolling, the US government started to get a little bit nervous. TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, is based in China, which has led to huge debate about data privacy and national security. The fear? That the Chinese government could theoretically force ByteDance to hand over user data. Everything from your location to your weird 2 a.m. search history, and you know that's got your girl Rocky a little bit nervous. TikTok has denied this over and over, even launching something called Project Texas with Oracle to keep U.S. data on U.S. soil. But skepticism remains. After all, in a world where data is the new oil, knowing your habits, likes, and location is big business. The first major red flag came in 2020 when the Trump administration tried to force ByteDance to sell TikTok's U.S. operations. While that effort stalled, it laid the groundwork for today's debate. Now, under the Biden administration, multiple states, including Montana, have banned TikTok on government devices. And here we are, with the law passed saying TikTok has until January 19th, 2025 to sell it to a US-based owner or face the app being pulled from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. And you think you're just going to be sneaky and download the app before it disappears so you already have it? Well, you just won't get any more updates. And let's be real. TikTok isn't just a fun distraction. For some, even many now, it's a career. A ban would mean a loss of audience. You know, creators with millions of followers could see their platforms vanish overnight. No more reach, no more engagement, just digital dust. And now there's going to be the scramble to other platforms. I mean, get ready for a mass migration of Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and maybe even Snapchat Spotlight. But each platform has its own vibe, its own algorithm, and success on TikTok doesn't always translate elsewhere. A lot of the Vine influencers found that out when they came over to YouTube, and, well, some of them did okay, and others, well, we don't talk about them. For creators, you know, relying on brand deals or the TikTok Creator Fund, this could also mean revenue impact. The financial hit could be brutal. Diversifying income streams, it's no longer just smart, it's now survival for content creators. And there's always the content shift. I mean, short form content is here to stay, may I like it or not. But will the chaotic, chronically online humor work on YouTube? Will Instagram demand a more polished vibe? We'll just have to find out. And if there's one thing we know about creators, it's that they're resilient. Vine died, but Vine stars thrived on YouTube. Musically morphed into TikTok. Platforms come and go, but creativity, that's eternal. And the key takeaway? Adaptability is the new clout. Smart creators are already cross-posting on Reels and Shorts to cushion the blow. And who knows? Maybe this will spark the rise of the next big thing in social media. But for the rest of us, I mean, if TikTok disappears, we'll still find ways to scroll into the oblivion. After all, the internet always provides. And personally, as a content creator and quite a big consumer of it, I won't be sad to see TikTok go away. Maybe I haven't spent enough time on there for it to learn about me, but every time I open the app, it feels like one big ad for all the crap I really don't need or already own and never use because I was influenced into buying it only to learn it didn't spark that joy after all. Honestly, half the time TikTok's algorithm feels like it's that one friend who's a little too good at convincing you to make questionable purchases, except they never stop talking. Maybe it's just me, but I prefer long form content where I can actually connect with the creator and dig into a topic. Give me a 10-minute YouTube deep dive or a chill Twitch stream over a 30-second dopamine hit any day. And hey, if the death of TikTok means we all get a break from endless cycles of micro trends, I won't be shedding any tears anytime soon. But at the end of the day, if TikTok gets banned, creators will adapt, platforms will evolve, and the internet will keep doing its thing. But for those who live and breathe short form content, I get it. This is going to be a big shakeup. So whether you're ready to say goodbye or clinging to that For You page until the bitter end, one thing's for sure. The digital landscape is always changing. And who knows? Maybe without TikTok, we'll all rediscover some lost art forms like, you know, patience or reading articles without scrolling. But let me know in your comments. Are you team bye-bye TikTok or team save the scroll? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Rockmas surprises, and like my girl Sailor Mercury says, be pure, be honest, and be beautiful. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. I love you. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.